permission sets, and sharing rules and all, right?
Yes.
So you are clear with it? Did you get to try any hands-on around those topics?
I have tried like validation rules and permission sets.
Okay.
Um, but coming to sharing rules,
Okay.
a little confusion about. I mean, like in practically it is not like little difficult to
Okay.
do those things actually.
Shall we actually see how it's going to work? Like,
Yeah.
should you want me to just try showing you how the sharing rules are going to work?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So you have two different things. One is called security, like object level security and field level security. Security speaks
Mm-hmm.
about your access to an object, like what
Mm-hmm.
operations you can do, read, edit, delete. It's the level of access you do
Mm-hmm.
on the records you have access to.
Mm-hmm.
And OWD, it's something that speaks about records, the number of records you have access to.
Mm-hmm.
Assume you have 10 account records, and
Mm-hmm.
you have a profile along with the permission set which allowed you to read and edit. So you can read all the 10 records as well as edit all the 10 records, but you cannot delete it because neither your profile nor your permission set is giving you that level of access to delete. True? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So always the sharing is about
Mm-hmm.
records. It speaks about the
Okay.
record level access, what you can do with a
Mm-hmm.
record, what which records you can access and which you cannot. And security deals with the fields and objects, like what object you can have an access to, which field you can have an access to and all.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. So since you're a bit confused about sharing, right? First
Yes.
let's look into sharing. First,
Mm-hmm.
assume I have account record, uh,
Mm-hmm.
and for my profile read access is not there on account. Okay.
Mm.
But
Okay.
OWD states that for account OWD is public read only.
Mm.
So can I see the record?
Yes.
Okay.
Public road means you can
So
see, right? You can
so
view the record.
okay. Okay. So I hope you should have seen this picture, right? Did Karthik
Mm.
showed you this picture yesterday? This one. Hmm? Did you see this?
Mm, yes.
Right. So if you see, profile comes first in the level of access,
Mm-hmm.
then OWD,
Mm.
then role hierarchy, then sharing rules, then manual sharing, then team access, then territory access. So this is
Mm-hmm.
you gaining more access, and this is you
Mm-hmm.
gaining like restricting the access. So if you get back to my
Mm.
use case, I have public read only on OWD. Okay.
Mm.
And I have no access on profile.
Okay.
So the base level access is missing, so I cannot see this record. So always profile defines what
Mm-hmm.
is your base access, profile or permission set. Since you don't even
Oh.
have access at the profile or permission set level itself,
Mm-hmm.
you can never ever actually able to see that record.
Oh, okay.
Okay, if you want to try, you can try at a later point of time because this is a small thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can just try creating two different users in a dev
Mm-hmm.
and for your custom object called schedule, do not grant
Mm-hmm.
read access to him. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And mark that schedule as public read write or public read only, and see if he can actually access the schedule object. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. So
Okay.
first you need to always have at least the read access through the profile or permission set, and then only you
Mm-hmm.
can further go with the sharing.
Mm.
If you don't even have the access of on profile or permission set, no point sharing a record to you because you don't even have read access. Even
Yeah.
though so even though OWD is public read only or public read write, if you don't have
Mm-hmm.
access, you can never access that record. So
Mm-hmm.
public read only and public read write would be helpful for those users who has at least
Mm-hmm.
read access on the profile.
Yeah.
And if a person has edit access, public read write
Mm-hmm.
will allow him to edit as well.
Mm-hmm.
So the base rule, thumb rule here is you cannot ever never give more access to a user on a record which is
Mm-hmm.
greater than your profile.
Mm-hmm.
See, if your profile states you have only read access and your now your
Mm-hmm.
org OWD says public read write,
Mm-hmm.
although you can see the record, you cannot edit the record because your profile is restricting you to only the read level of access to the record, not to the edit.
Okay.
Okay, so first up, I have, let me see what custom object I have in my org. Okay, I have candidate as my custom object. So I'll go to sharing settings. So for this, like uh, for the demonstration purpose, I have two users created.
Mm-hmm.
One is
Mm-hmm.
Manikanta NV, and other user is
The two users is like for different profile or same profile
uh,
consists of.
so it could be of a different profile, it could be of a same profile as well, but the sharing
Mm-hmm.
matters.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, actually, I have tried like yesterday. I have created one user with the same profile. Then like we can see all the things in two profiles. It's same things. I can everything is same in two users. I don't know why it is. I have changed the profile. Next time. Then it is like if you give the permissions only, then other user can see those things.
Yes,
Yeah.
because
Mm-hmm.
FLS for the other user is missing, and being a system admin, you are allowing him to access some and
Mm-hmm.
blocking him some. Similarly,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I have created two users, be it be
Mm-hmm.
of the same profile or a different profile, because since we
Mm-hmm.
are going to discuss about sharing, right? Profile and permission sets
Mm-hmm.
only deal with FLS, not the record sharing. So uh, same or different profile does not matter. Profiles and permission sets
Oh.
only deal with the FLS and object level security and field level security, not the record level
Mm-hmm.
access. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So for an object called candidate, the OWD is private. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm going to create an record for a candidate through this user called Manikanta, should this user be able to see or not see? Assuming that he has read access on candidate,
Mm-hmm.
you have to tell me.
No, because it is a private, right?
Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
although he has read access, since OWD is private, he cannot see it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if
Yeah.
that is going to work or not. So I have created a candidate. Let first name test, last name is concept, and save the record. Email. Okay, save. So you can access a record through record ID as well. Do you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is the Salesforce unique record ID, right? You can actually paste the record ID after this force.com, and if you click on enter, Salesforce will open that record for you if you have access. Okay, this page isn't available in Salesforce Lightning Experience or mobile app. This comes because okay, he doesn't have access to the candidate itself, so I have to give him. So since he does not have access to candidate tab itself, right, which means
Mm-hmm.
read access for him is missing. For him means this particular user MNV money. So I go to the profile of this user, click on that profile called standard platform user, and in the object settings for candidate ABC, in the object settings for candidate, for see no access,
And no access. Okay.
I'll give him read access.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Edit.
no, no, it
Okay.
is already edited, but since this is a standard profile, right, I cannot make
Okay.
changes. I have to clone this out
Mm-hmm.
and standard clone. I have to clone this out and assign to that user. Assign users and standard clone. So now I gave this profile and I have to give him access to candidate. Object settings and back to candidates.
If you change it to clone profile, then you can edit those standard object as well. Huh? Is
Yes,
it?
yeah,
Okay.
because it is my clone, right? So I can redefine
Mm.
things out here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I have read access and OWD says that for candidate it is private. Now I come back here and reload the page and see how it's going to function. I take a look at candidates. I can see candidates. I switch to the
Mm.
all, no records because it is private. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now what I do is on the profile, I will say there is a checkbox called view all and modify all. This is like you can see
Mm-hmm.
all and you can edit all.
Mm-hmm.
When I say all the records of this object called candidates.
Mm.
Now my profile has given me view all and modify all access, and OWD says
Mm-hmm.
uh, the record level access as private. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can see two records now
Mm.
because my profile has view all and modify all access,
Mm-hmm.
although OWD is private.
Private.
So
Okay. You're giving
so now
permissions to particular
mhm,
user, right?
yeah,
If okay.
profile I have view all and modify all, and OWD
Yeah.
says private. If you see,
Private.
this is to
Okay.
only widen the access, not to lessen the access.
Mm.
So although I have view all and modify all through OWD, you
Mm-hmm.
are restricting the access. That not work because
Mm-hmm. Mm.
OWD is
You,
meant to give more access, not to restrict your existing access.
yeah. Okay.
Since you already have view all and modify all on the profile or a permission set
Mm-hmm.
itself, you
Mm-hmm.
cannot restrict the existing access.
Okay.
Yeah, clear till this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so now we'll see what is the difference between marking here as public read write and marking view all and modify all here. Public
Mm.
marking
Okay.
candidate public read write here is equivalent
Mm-hmm.
to marking view all and modify all here. View all means you can see everything. Modify all means
Mm-hmm.
you can edit and delete everything, which is equivalent to
Mm-hmm.
this public read write. So
Mm-hmm.
what is the
Okay.
difference between marking here and giving it on a profile? Okay, we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
tell me. You can tell me.
If you give in that profile,
Hmm.
then it will goes to only selected profile, right?
Yeah, if you give it
Here.
here, it will be
Uh,
applicable only for those set of
only for,
users who has
yeah.
this permission,
Okay.
or
Mm-hmm.
all the users who have this profile could only
Mm-hmm.
view all or modify all. But if
Yes.
you give it
Okay.
here, it is
Oh,
applicable to
all,
all the users on the org,
yeah.
provided they also have the corresponding object levels permissions.
Mm.
Although OWD is granting you public read write, you also
Mm-hmm.
need to have read, edit, delete access on your profile or a
Profile.
permission set.
Okay.
It's not only profile. Even if your permission set is giving you the access, you have to
Mm-hmm.
you need to have it.
Okay.
Okay. So
Got it.
on a high level, this is how
Mm-hmm.
OWD is going to work, and this is how view all and modify all is going to function.
Mm.
Now, this is one way of giving access, like view all and modify all, assuming my OWD is private only. Okay. Now
Mm.
there are different ways you can share a record, that is through grant access using hierarchies.
Mm-hmm.
The other is to write a sharing rule. Third is to do a manual share, and fourth is to do
Mm-hmm.
sharing through Apex share. Right?
Mm.
We'll see one by one how this is
Yeah.
going to function. First is grant access
Okay.
using hierarchy. So you know already
Mm-hmm.
hierarchies, right?
Yeah.
So
Open access like vertical, right?
yeah, vertical.
Role hierarchy. Okay.
Each and every user, there is a field called role.
Mm-hmm.
For every
Mm.
user, profile is mandatory, not role.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So I have my role as COO, and if I take a look at a role hierarchy, COO is sitting down somewhere here, and CEO is up.
Mm.
Set up roles. Okay. If I open up, COO is under CEO. Like head is CEO, CFO, COO,
Mm-hmm.
and all the other roles are the siblings.
Mm.
So these two are siblings, and CEO is the parent. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So now I have this second user role as COO, and my primary user, I'm marking it as, I'm not sure if I have role, but I'll check. I'm making it as CEO. So this primary user Manikanta is at a top
Mm.
level when compared
Okay.
to the other user who is
Mm-hmm.
COO. Okay.
Mm.
Now I also have to give edit access to that user, so that just we have to see if a record is being created by him, that is visible to him or not.
Mm.
So I'll get back to this user on the profile called standard clone. I will grant candidate candidates. Okay, it has only read and view all. Now I'll give him
Mm.
creation access, because that's when I can actually create a record, right? So I'm going to
Mm.
give create access and save. So when I give create access, I'm able to see new here.
Mm.
Now I can create a record. First name as test one, 567. Last name as this. Email as this. Save the record. So this is the record which is just created. So I'm going to come here and grant access. I have unchecked it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Since the user who has created is COO and I am CEO,
Mm-hmm.
and should I be seeing the record right now or not?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm able to see this.
Mm.
Why?
Maybe because of these roles.
Grant access using hierarchy is unchecked, right? So roles will not come into picture.
Okay. You are the standard user, right? I mean, like you can
No, I am system
see.
administrator. Standard user is the one who has created it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm. Okay.
it is because of this.
Which okay.
I am system administrator, and by default, I have view all, modify all access.
Okay.
So since if you come back to this picture, first profile comes, and then
Mm-hmm.
role hierarchy comes. In the profile itself, I have view all.
Mm-hmm.
Although you did
Okay.
not enable role hierarchy, you
Mm-hmm.
can still able to see the record because uh,
You have
my
view
profile
all
is
and
already giving me the
modify all.
access, required access.
Okay.
So if I'm not sure if I can edit the system admin as well. Like I cannot even edit the system admin. I have to clone this, and I don't think this could also be enabled or disabled. No, even this I could not change because system admin is also standard profile. So if I
Mm-hmm.
had I removed this view all permission from here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I am forced to give that role hierarchy to be visible. Like that is one of the option. I can either go for role hierarchy if
Mm-hmm.
uh, if both the users has roles defined. Like the one who
Mm-hmm.
has created has a role, but if I don't have a role, he can never
Mm-hmm.
share share a record through role hierarchy because I am nowhere in
Okay.
the hierarchy. I have no role.
Okay.
So first I need to have
Mm-hmm.
a hierarchy. If I am up up in the level
Mm-hmm.
above the user who has created a record, one option of
Mm-hmm.
sharing a record to me is through role hierarchy.
Mm-hmm.
If I am sitting down,
Mm-hmm.
role hierarchy will not work because he is the boss of me.
Okay.
By default it is not visible to me because I am sitting down him.
Yeah. Okay.
So role hierarchy typically comes into the play only at that moment when
Mm-hmm.
the person who has created and the person who is ought to see the record both has some
Mm-hmm.
roles, so some roles defined,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
provided the person to which the record has to be shared is sitting on the top of the role, above the role of the created user. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you have seen profile, you have seen organization by defaults, you have seen role hierarchy.
Mm-hmm.
So OWD is the base. It like each and every object has OWD defined. You cannot see even a single object without OWD. True.
Yeah.
So OWD tells that what base level access your organization is trying to give you.
Mm-hmm.
So if it is private and if you want to give more access, then you tend to go for role hierarchy. You tend to go for sharing roles. Then tend to go for manual sharing, teams access, and
Mm-hmm.
territory hierarchy. So now we'll
Mm-hmm.
see how sharing rules is going to work. Like we have OWD for each and every object, we also have
Mm-hmm.
sharing rules. So if I have to share a record of a candidate, assume that for time being, I'm not a system administrator, and I don't have any role hierarchies as well. Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
sitting uh, for the candidate object on my profile. I don't have view all and modify all,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't have any role for my
Mm-hmm.
current user. Okay, that were the two
Mm-hmm.
assumptions we're going to take when we are trying to go for a sharing rule. Okay, so I get to candidate. Can you have something called candidate sharing rules?
Mm-hmm.
So the next option is I have is sharing rules. First, I'll
Yeah.
try. First, I'll see if I have the required access on profile. I don't have. Then I see
Mm-hmm.
if it could be granted through OWD. But if you
Mm.
grant some access through OWD, it is applicable to every person in
All
the organization. So you
users.
don't want
Yeah.
that to happen. I want
Mm-hmm.
only the record created by Money to be shared to Manikanta. I don't
Yeah.
want everyone to access. So let the OWD be private.
Mm-hmm.
Then I try for role hierarchy, but I found that Manikanta does not have any role, but only Money has, and Manikanta does not have any role on his user. So next I go
Mm-hmm.
with this option of sharing rules and see if
Mm-hmm.
I can share record created by Money to Manikanta. So I'll come here back and just define what kind of sharing I'm trying to do. So uh, share records of Money to Manikanta. By default, rule name gets populated. You can elaborate on what was the use case, why you're sharing this record, and for what purpose you're sharing the record, and then you choose
Mm-hmm.
the type of the record. So there are three types: record owner based on criteria, and guest user. Guest user is something which deals with communities, so you can ignore it for now because communities are something which is external to Salesforce. These are
Mm-hmm.
we'll just see what these two are. So
Yeah.
record owner. So based on the
Mm-hmm.
record owner means share all the records owned by this person to this person. Okay,
Okay.
means shared share all the records of money to
Mm-hmm.
this person called Manikanta NV for the object called candidate. When I say all the records, not all the
Mm-hmm.
records in the org. It's only
Mm-hmm.
pertaining to candidate because you're trying to write a sharing rule on the candidate object.
Candidate object. Yes.
It is that's why it's called being called as candidate sharing rule. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
if it is a record based sharing based on record owner, I choose
Mm-hmm.
so public groups. So when you see select which records to be shared and
Mm-hmm.
select the users to share with.
Mm-hmm.
So based on the owner, share
Mm-hmm.
all the records of those people who are there in the public group. Public group is a place where you could group the users. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so if you want to try, like I'll just show you how to create a public group, and then you have a higher level understanding of what is what. So I've created a public group. I'm going to create a public group. A public group is nothing but for now think that it is a group of users. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to create a new public group with name as user set, candidate users set, because I want public groups and search for users. So these are the only users I have in my system. So I have created a candidate user set.
Mm-hmm.
This public group is having three users. Now I'm going to create another public group with other two users.
Mm-hmm.
Candidate user set two, and so I'm going to add security user Integration of chat export. So there are two public groups: candidate users set and candidate user set two.
Mm.
Okay. Public groups. Okay. So now we could see two public groups here. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. So if it is based on record owner, what it does is for all the candidates who are there in this public group who has these records will be shared
Mhm.
to members of this public group. Say,
Mhm.
see,
Yeah.
this is from
Mm.
and this is to. So candidate user set has three users: Manikanta NV, money, and security user. Assume
Mm.
this user holds five records, this user
Mhm.
holds 10 records, and this user
Mhm.
holds five records. On the whole, these
Mhm.
three people are holding together 20 candidates. Okay.
Yeah.
Now these 20 records would be
Mhm.
shared to candidate user set 2.
Mm.
So all the records owned by this set of users would be shared to this set.
Yeah.
If you want to only share uh, one user to one, like one on one, you'll create a public group only with one user instead of three. Like all
Mm.
the combinations are possible. Like if you want to share one user record to three users, in the source user,
Mhm.
in the source public group, you create add one user. In the target, you create or you add three users, so that
Mhm.
a single user records created are shared to three users who are there in the public group.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
this is owner based. Now there comes another kind of sharing called criteria based, but you can also actually define that level of access.
Mhm.
Okay, since your OWD is private, right,
Mm.
you can only give read only or read write access.
Yeah. Okay.
Means private means you don't have access. The bigger access than
Mm.
private means either you can give read or you can give read write.
Read of it. Yeah.
Had you marked your OWD on candidate as public read only, then
Mhm.
you have no other option than giving read write,
Read of it.
because read write is the only higher access available because your OWD is already giving you public read write.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can define what level of access you want to give this set of people when
Mhm.
you're going to share.
Okay.
Okay, then comes something called criteria based sharing. So as the name suggests, criteria based sharing is uh, based on some field values on the candidate. So when the candidate country is equal to this, India, and candidate email is ending with contains at the rate mm, mexico.com. Assume there is a email provider with this domain. So when the
Mhm.
country is this and email
Mhm.
contains this domain, I
Mhm.
want to share records
Mhm.
to this set of users,
Mhm.
and I want to give them read only or read write access. I can define it.
Mhm.
Now if I say what happens in the previous example, all the records which is created by those three people would be shared
Mhm.
to the
Other
other
set of
set
people.
called other set of the users. But
Mm,
now
yeah.
what like who's like which set of records would be shared to this user? You are clear that
Oh,
records would be shared to this set of users, but whose records?
yeah. Only country India and email contains
So
Mexico.
so the
Those candidates.
source of this sharing
Yeah.
is records
Mhm.
meeting this criteria irrespective of
Yeah.
who has created the record. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you have 1,000 candidates,
Mm-hmm.
and 300 candidate records are matching this criteria. So irrespective of
Mm-hmm.
who has created the record, all the records
Mm-hmm.
which is meeting this criteria would be shared to this
Mm-hmm.
person.
Yeah.
So if you have 300 records which is meeting this criteria, 300 records would
Mm-hmm.
be shared to this group, public group, with this level of access. Okay. So the previous example,
Mm-hmm.
only those three persons who's there in public group one, only
Mm-hmm.
the records belonging to them would be shared to other public group users. Only their records. If assume
Yes.
if those three people don't have access to some 20, 30 records, they cannot ever share it because they are not the
Yeah.
owners. And our
Mm.
sharing rule is clearly saying that it is owner based. Means only if and if I
Yeah.
am the owner, I can share my record. I cannot share someone
Yes.
else's record.
Mm.
So that is owner based and this is criteria based.
Okay.
Clear till this point?
Yes.
So now we'll see how does the manual share work. So typically
Mm-hmm.
the use case for manual share is when you want to share only one instance of a record. Only one.
Mm-hmm.
Means there are 1,000 candidates and I want
Mm-hmm.
only to share one record. Although I have 30
Okay.
records, right? Say there are 1,000
Mm.
candidates in my org and I own 30
Okay.
records. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to share only one record to you.
Okay.
That is when I go for manual sharing, because if I go by owner
Mm-hmm.
based sharing, okay, I
Mm-hmm.
am the source, you are the target.
Yeah.
If I
Okay.
write owner based sharing rule, all the 30 records
Mm-hmm.
would be shared to you.
Mm.
That's how owner based will be working, share all the records owned by this person to this person.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm.
If I write
Yeah.
criteria based,
Yeah.
it is not based on the owner also. So all the records who is not owned by me also, which meets some
Mm-hmm.
criteria, will be shared to that user
Mm-hmm.
or will be shared to
Yes.
you. So even
Mm.
that is not the use case I wanted.
Yeah.
So I want to share only one record
Only
of
one
mine to
record.
you.
Okay.
That is when typically I go for manual share.
Mm-hmm.
So you could see the same set of options to whom to share a record, like public group, roles and subordinates, and these four options you see there as well. And this level of access also you'll see based on your OWD, the same level of access
Okay.
you want to grant. Hope you should have seen manual sharing. Like there is a button called share button on each and every record, provided you have
Mm.
added it
Yeah.
to a layout, and through clicking on that share you can actually share the record. Did you see this
Okay.
or you want me to demonstrate this?
No, I'll do it
Okay,
today.
just try by yourself, or
Yeah.
and then you'll realize what it is.
Okay.
So you just see, this is more like first you try this giving access through this. If you're not able to give, then you
Mm.
go for this. Even you're not
Mm.
going to like achieve this, you go for this option. Even this is not working, you
Mm.
go for this. Even this is not working,
Mm.
you try elsewhere.
Mm.
Okay. And there is one more thing called apex sharing as well. Like you can write
Mm.
a code. Generally you tend to go for apex sharing when you want to uh, have some complex calculations to be done. Like you want to define some complex criteria based on some parent object and child object. If parent object value is this and child object value is this, then only you want to share a record. Or like previously, for user has success rate of converting a lead to opportunity is greater than 70% or 100%. Such kind of calculations if you want to do, you can do
Mm.
uh, apex sharing,
Mhm.
because criteria based is nothing but you're dealing with only one record meeting the criteria.
Mm.
But if I want to
Okay.
summarize some like his performance from for the last 30 days, and based on
Mm.
that I want to share a record,
Mm.
I can do it through some conditions. Like I can query some data set, I can apply some
Mhm.
conditions, and I can share the record conditionally. We'll see when we learn Apex how to share records through Apex. But for now,
Mm.
for if you have to ever make some design some complex criteria and share a record, you go for
Mhm.
Apex sharing.
Okay.
Okay. Hope you are clear with till the point of sharing.
Yeah.
Just try some hands on with like
Yeah.
always you have to create two users, and
Mhm.
those shouldn't be standard profiles. Clone those
Mm.
profiles out and
Mm-hmm.
assign it to those two users, and log in, switch between two tabs and see if how are they trying to gain access with role
Okay.
hierarchies, with sharing rules, with manual sharing and all, with profiles and all. Just
Okay.
play around.
Mm.
So I hope Subha have covered you relationships
Mm-hmm.
like lookup and master detail.
Yes.
So and I heard that junction object is not covered as part of that. So let's see what junction
No.
object is. So
Okay.
lookup or master detail. It is like parent to child, sort of parent to child relationship,
Yeah.
and you also can call it as one to many.
Mm.
Okay, means one account can have many contacts. That is one to many relationship. So you create.
Mm.
Where do you create the lookup or master detail relationship? Will you be creating it on parent, or will you be creating it on child? Like where do you create a relationship?
And a master.
Parent or child? Because parent and child is a generic term. Lookup and
Okay.
master details are more specific on what type of relationship you're trying to create. So the
Mm.
relationship field, you're going to create it on child object or a parent object. Where do you create it?
On child object.
Okay, so you always create a
On child object
relationship on child
related
object.
to master, right?
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so where do you see the related list, on the child object or a parent object?
On child object.
No, related list
Mm-hmm.
you'll be seeing on parent object.
Related list.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know related list, right?
Mm-hmm.
So contact is a child, account is a parent. Okay,
Okay. Mm.
if you come to account, if you want to see the list of contacts under an account,
Mm-hmm.
um, I have to add the related list. What other have? Okay, let me add it here. Account page layout. So the related lists are nothing but see, most of the objects has this tab called related, which shows you
Mm-hmm.
this object's relationship with the child objects.
Mm-hmm.
If account
Okay.
has 3 to 4 children,
Mm-hmm.
those list of children child records which exist under this parent would be shown here in a
Mm-hmm.
sort of a card, like cases in
Okay.
one card, and contacts in one card, like that. So to the account layout, if you want to add the related list, because you don't have it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to add that, you go to a section called related list.
Mm-hmm.
This has, but I am not seeing. I have to see which layout it is. See, you have different layouts, right?
Mm-hmm.
So to which layout you need to add this related tab, like related contact?
Account layout.
No, you'll not be sure, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
there is something called page layout assignment. I'm not sure if this will be discussed, but which tells you that which
Mm-hmm.
layout is seen by which person. Like profiles now, right?
Mm,
So these
yeah.
are the profiles I have in my organization. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and this is a individual layout I have in my org as well. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I know I am a system administrator,
Mm.
and I am looking at an account object. So I get to this page layouts, click on this page layout assignment. If I have to know what layout I am seeing, I come here. Since I am system admin profile, where is system administrator? Okay, I have to scroll down. I have to system administrator, and you also have something called record type, master, distributor, and
Mm-hmm.
retailer. If you remember, when I'm demonstrating you, I have created two record types: distributor and retailer. Okay, this
Mm-hmm.
is,
Yeah. Yes.
I'm not sure
Mm-hmm.
what record type it is. If it does not have any record type, it is by default master record type. I can't see a record type here. Let me search,
Mm-hmm.
open a record which has a record type. record type, even this does not have. Okay, I'll also show you how to uh, open a record set, like see all the set of records belonging in a list view. Okay, this is list view site, means you can see a set of records at one place. True. Now the problem is I want to see all the retailers. Like I don't want to search for going through each and every
Mm-hmm.
record, opening which is retailer and which is distributor. So what I'll be doing is I'll be creating a list view.
Mm-hmm.
So the name of the list view is all retailers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, who can see the list view? You can select option, like if the list view
Mm-hmm.
created by you want to others to be seen, you can select all the users. If you
Mm-hmm.
want to see want the list view to be only seen by you,
Mm-hmm.
you can select only I can see the list view. So I created a list
Mm-hmm.
view called all retailers. Now
Okay.
in the control panel I can actually set what fields I want to see in this list view. I can add or remove. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and save. So based on my choice, I can see those number of fields. If I don't want billing city, I can get to
Mm-hmm.
this field place called select fields to display. Remove this field. If I want to see active, I'll add this field. So that I can also decide the order. Now that billing city would be gone. If you see billing city is gone, I can also define the order of the fields how I want to display. If I want phone first or second, I can configure that as well. Okay. So now what problem I have faced was I want I want to see only retailers. Correct. The current list view is showing all the
Mm-hmm.
records irrespective of retailers or not. So what I'll be doing is I'll create a filter
Yeah.
and filter on record type, because distributor and retailer are types of record types, right? Account record type equal to,
Mm-hmm.
I'll select retailer and I click done. I'll save. So now I could see all the
Mm-hmm.
retailers. Clear?
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
So the problem earlier with this list view called all accounts is I have to open each and every record
The retail.
to see
Yeah.
which is retailer and which is distributor. But now I have all
Yeah.
retailer list at one place. I can open it directly and do whatever I want. Okay,
Okay.
and I have just created a list view on account, right, which with the name all retailers.
Mm-hmm.
This person will able to see it or not?
No, I don't think
He'll
so.
not be able to see it because when I've created the list view,
Mm-hmm.
all retailers. If you go to the settings of this
Mm-hmm.
list view, sorry, the sharing settings, it says only I can see this list view.
Only you can see. Okay.
If I go select this, everyone who's in the org can see this list view. Now I read out,
Mm-hmm.
I can even he can see all retailers.
Yeah. Okay.
And these two records he'll be seeing or not seeing based on record sharing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. So uh, so getting back, what actually we're trying to do was to find a record type based on the page layout, right? So I have
Mm-hmm.
some retailers. So this is of a type retailer and I am a system admin. Clear? This record is of record type retailer and I'm a system admin. So if I have to determine what layout I am seeing, I have to come to page layout, record type is retailer, and profile is system admin. This left part defines your profile and top part defines the record types available.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for system admin, for the record type called retailer, the page layout is retailer layout.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I get to the section called related list. Related list is empty.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have to add contacts, because for this account I want to see list of contacts if there are any. I'll save it. I'll reload this page. If I click on this and see, there are contact tab. Now you could see the contact tab, right?
Yes.
But since there is no contacts related to this account, it is showing zero. If I'm going to create one, since you're directly creating contact under an account name is
Mm-hmm.
auto populated. But if you go to contact,
Mm-hmm.
go create a new contact, account is not auto populated.
Mm.
Found the
Yeah.
difference between these two, because you're creating a new contact, it is not sure to whom to tag your account. But if you're
Yeah.
directly
Okay.
trying to create an contact from an account, it is auto
Mm-hmm.
populating that account.
Okay.
Okay, so if
Mm.
I create an account, I'm not sure that what was that account name, so I'm not going to take a chance. So if I create a new account, so new contact,
Mm-hmm.
so I have one record.
Mm-hmm.
So this I call it as a related list.
Okay.
So the related list is always shown on parent, because
Mm-hmm.
showing related list on child makes no sense, because you're trying to show contact on itself,
Mm.
right? So if you want a related list is like which child objects this does this parent have a relationship with. When you
Yeah.
create a lookup or master detail, you can see those objects in the related list of page layout. In the page layout,
Mm.
if you go, when you click on related list, right, all these objects called approval history, cards, campaigns, assets has some relationship with the account. Like it can be a lookup or master detail, but all of these are definitely a child of account.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you can only see that object as a in the related list tab.
Okay.
Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
bringing you back to the context, so there are the always you create a relationship on child, and you create a related list on parent.
Parent. Okay.
Now you know lookup and master detail relationships, and these two are one to
Mm-hmm.
many relationships.
Yeah.
Okay, now there comes a situation where
Mm-hmm.
there could be many to many relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm.
many to many means say courses and students. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
one course can be attended by many students.
Mm.
Many one student can attend many courses as well. Or for a better understanding, consider
Mm.
subjects and students. Okay,
Okay.
one student can enroll like enroll himself to one subject as well. One student can
Mm.
enroll to multiple subjects as well. Okay,
Mm.
like if you take a 10th standard or whatever, he can enroll himself to multiple subjects, like he can read maths,
Mm.
physics and chemistry.
Mm.
And likewise, more than one subject can be enrolled by many students, like max alone has is enrolled by 30 students.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you can, for better understanding, you can take a department as well. Like when you do a btech or whatever course, right, you have electronics, computer science and all. Okay,
Mm.
department and students, if you take two different objects, if you look at from the department level, ECE has
Mm-hmm.
many students under it. True.
Mm.
If you
Mm.
took
Yeah.
if you look from the student's point of view,
Mm-hmm.
one student, no, this is not right, because one student can always opt to ECE, right, or CSC. It
Yeah.
cannot be ECE plus CSC. Many to many is, if you look at either ways, right, there is a
Mm.
bidirectional relationship. Like from this
Mm-hmm.
point, there are many records to the child, and if you take the child as a from the child point of view, even there are many to many mapping.
Mm-hmm.
Better idea was library. Okay. Library books you can take student and library books. Like one student can take many books belonging to different genres, like
Mm.
civics, and some like novels, and some like something else. So one student can
Yeah.
take different kinds of books, right?
Yeah.
And books belonging to one genre could be selected by multiple students as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm.
books belonging to some sort of novel could be taken by different students.
Mhm. Yeah.
True. So there is many to many relationship. It is bi-directional. It is like, it is not like account and contact where you only have one account and many contacts under it.
Mm.
So many to many relationship. So you are actually confused on what is parent and what is child, because it is
Mm.
many to many. One to many means
Mm.
on the child you know what is parent and what is child. So you create a relationship field on child so as to
Mhm.
link it to the parent.
Yeah.
But if there is something called many to many relationship, you create something called
Mhm.
junction object, because you are not sure which is parent and which is child.
Yeah. Okay.
So that is the case, you create a junction object. A junction object is something which has two master detail relationships. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So now you create a junction object which is looking up to uh, students as well. When I say looking up to,
Mm-hmm.
with master as students and with master as books as well.
Mm-hmm.
Now when you create this record, when you create a record for this junction object, right,
Mm-hmm.
you can actually know which student has took which kind of a book,
Mm-hmm.
and you can also know which book is taken by which set of students.
Mm-hmm.
I think this would lead to a bit of confusion. What I'll do is I'll just quickly set up some test data.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make it ready and I'll just show you tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, so that
Yeah.
like this sounds a bit confusing, junction object concept, because not
Mm-hmm.
this is not pretty straightforward. So I'll
Mm-hmm.
just set up this some set test data and I'll just demonstrate it tomorrow in the tomorrow session. This is the first thing I'm going to share tomorrow. And
Mm-hmm.
did you hear about roll up summaries?
Yeah. Actually, I wanted to ask about that.
Okay.
Actually, it is disabled in all the objects, right? Why it is like that?
Okay, first tell me, when can you actually create a roll up summary field?
I think in master, if it is a master, then only you can.
Sure, yeah. So if
Yeah.
it's a master detail, like if two
Mm-hmm.
objects are having master detail relationship, then only you
Mm-hmm.
can create a roll up summary field.
Develop.
And where do you
Oh,
create roll up summary field?
in master.
So you'll be creating it on master. So
Mm-hmm.
if you do not have, like on the object which you're trying, if that object is not having, like if the object is not a master of any detail object,
Mm-hmm.
roll up summary will be disabled.
Yeah. Okay.
So provided
Okay.
if there is a existing master detail relationship with that master object, then you can
Mm-hmm.
see that object as like, then you could see that as enabled.
Mm.
Now you
Okay.
just try that one,
Mm-hmm.
roll up summary, and see how it's going to function.
Okay.
So what kinds of operations you can do through roll up summary, or what is the purpose behind using a roll up summary?
Um, Average some.
Okay. So what you have to say is, you go for
Mm-hmm.
roll up summary when you want to just summarize the child records on a parent,
Mm-hmm.
be it be sum, be it be count,
Okay.
be it be min, be it be max.
Mm-hmm.
So when you want to summarize a set of child records based on
Mm-hmm.
some field, you go
Oh,
for roll up summary.
okay.
Okay, and roll up summaries are only and only applicable for master detail relationship. If you
Mm-hmm.
want a roll up summary on a lookup relationship,
Mm-hmm.
uh, standard way of doing it is not possible. You have to write some apex code to summarize the child records on parent object.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
I think we'll stop here. I'll set up some
Mm-hmm.
test data for junction object. So since you're
Mm-hmm.
okay with roll up summaries, just give a try at roll up summaries from your end tomorrow. else, let me
Mm.
know. I can help you with the roll-up summaries. And tomorrow
Mm.
we'll just going to discuss about master detail, sorry, many-to-many
Mm.
relationship on how the junction object is going to function. And
Mm.
I'll just show you some user management and all, and then we'll
Mm.
continue with the rest of things.
Mm.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll just share you the recording as well.
Yeah. Okay.